Well, then it turns out, of course, he's got this museum, the Enduring Word Museum. And he says, hey, I'm traveling this weekend. Would you like to go with me? I said, I'll go with you.
Great.
And I go and I help him and I help him and I help him. Meanwhile, I had some surgery on my back and things. I'm doing much better. And I'm trying to figure out where God wants me to go in life. And
here's your sign.
right? And,
yes.
and I'm traveling with him, and we've been doing this for a year and a half or something. I'm just going with him on the weekends here and there. And we're up in Oklahoma, and we'd done 3 days of teaching and so forth with all this, and it was wonderful. And we're having pizza with the people. And this little lady's next to me, and she says, so what do you do? And I said, well, I don't know. I don't know what God's calling me to do now that I'm retired from the military. And she puts her hand on my arm and she says, have you thought about you're right where you're supposed to be? Well, no. So I went home and I talked to my wife and I said, is this why God brought us to Texas? I mean, it seems so obvious. Could God's plan be this obvious for my life? She said, I think so. I think this is exactly right. So I said, I was excited, and I go to Rusty. And I said, you know, Rusty, I said, I think this is why God brought us here. He brought me here to work with you in this museum. And you know what Rusty says?
He goes, I know.
No.
What did he say?
No, I don't want a partner. We're friends, but I don't want a partner in this ministry.
Really?
And I said, well, I think you got one.
That's great.
And he kept pushing me away. And sometimes he'd get really angry and he'd say, John, you just need to go do your own thing. And I would say, well, Rusty, but I'm supposed to be here. I said, think of me as your Timothy. I'm your Timothy.
Yeah.
You can try to chase me away, but I'm here with you. We're going to do this.